Hello, everyone.
Happy Whinypaluza Wednesday.
It is certainly Wednesday, and it's interesting in Buffalo, New York today because I would love to know what's going on by you, but we have an air quality warning because of wildfires in Canada.
Yes.
So, interesting day. The sky looks weird. It smells outside.
Yep.
Our daughter is gallivanting outside, so she's not fazed by it.
Yes, and thankfully, it only looks and smells weird. We're not actually in the wildfire.
Yes, let's hope everybody... Do we know if everybody's okay?
I do not know.
I need to look up some information. So, if you have asthma or heart issues, I am extra sorry about what you're dealing with today if you live near me.
Or if you live further north towards the wildfires.
Yes, we are sorry for what is going on, and I decided today was going to be about overthinking because moms tend to overthink, and I don't want to take it away from dads.
I was going to say, I resembled some of the remarks in your blog that we're about to talk about, and it was very helpful for me.
So for those of you who don't know, every Wednesday I publish a blog that I have written with a different topic, and this topic this week was about overthinking.
And you can read it at whinypaluza.com.
Thank you. And Seth read it. That's why he's saying that.
Yes.
And he read it last night, and he said, thank you. That was really helpful.
Yes. I love it when you write for me. All the moms, you're right for me.
So sometimes he's like, oh, thank you. That was really helpful. And sometimes he says, I love it. And sometimes he said, it's fine. And I'm like, oh, man, it's fine is not good. But I'm not going to nail it every week. So
You nailed it this week.
So he liked my overthinking blog. And it was just from... I talk to moms. It's very rare that I'm talking to dads. I do talk to dads, but I talk to you, but I talk to moms more often.
Most of the time.
And I hear what's going on in their brain, and my goal is always to be helpful. I just want to be helpful with the topics that I cover. And I'm like, I don't like when I overthink. You don't like when you overthink.
Nope.
And I did look in the archives. There is an archive of 12 years of blogs. And one of my favorites is, I titled it the Overthinking Olympics. And you can go find that.
Good title.
So when you go to whinypaluza.com, you can search any topic. And guess what? Something will probably come up. If you put ADHD, if you put anxiety, if you put depression... I don't know. Whatever
you come up with, she's probably covered it. It's probably there. And if you find something she hasn't covered, please tell her so she can cover it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to talk about overthinking. And I don't want you to win the Overthinking Olympics. And I don't want you to win the gold medal. I want you to fail. I want you to fail out of this sport. So I'm hoping by the time we finish this conversation, I can help you fail. I don't want you to win. So I want to make you worse at overthinking.
That's awesome.
So the interesting thing that I have learned, I love to observe. And I see that, even with Seth and my kids, our kids, I'm sorry, honey.
Thank you. I did help you make them.
I hate when I do that.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm like my son to you, and I'm like, no, it's our son.
No, it tends to be your son when he's being fabulous. And when our youngest child is not being fabulous, she's my daughter. So I see how you are. You take the credit and give me the blame. That's fair.
Oh my goodness. So what I have noticed is we all have these thoughts, they're all over the place. How many thoughts do we have a day? We have so many thoughts every day, but we don't just observe the thoughts. We believe what our brain is telling us. We just kind of believe whatever we think, and we give it attention that it sometimes does not deserve.
Yes.
Is what I have noticed. I have also noticed that we are very good at practicing scenarios in our head. Right?
And we tend to, your brain defaults, I think you've taught many times, that our brain is trying to protect us and be paranoid and keep us alive and out of danger. So we tend to think about the negative scenarios. I overthought and thought of the negative scenarios this morning. I literally did this morning, and then
honey,
you were very helpful.
Honey, we got to talk about that. So we go over all of these worst case scenarios, and we make up as bad as it can get. what I learned as a therapist is to have your client go there, get down and dirty to the worst case scenario so that they can make up and be prepared for whatever scenario comes their way. And then they'll be like, oh, I can handle even the worst case scenario. But it's interesting that we never rehearse good case scenarios. Have you noticed that?
That would be putting that energy out to the universe would work much better. And you would also feel better.
I also think, this is all stuff I've heard from women. I am not making any of this up. I also think we feel productive when we're overthinking. We feel like we're doing something because we're spending time on it. So it doesn't matter that we're not doing a thing and that we're making ourselves crazy. It makes us feel productive. And none of that is true. Right? We're wasting time. We're wasting energy. We're taking away our peacefulness. We're doing lots of things to make us feel worse instead of better. So overthinking is not doing something. It's just a bad habit that we get our brain into. And the more that we overthink, the more we train our brain to overthink.
Amen.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're reinforcing it. You're doing the same pattern over and over and over again.
We think that if we think of the worst case scenario, that we're protecting ourselves from having the worst case scenario. I have heard this from women. They think that if I think it,
it won't happen.
Then it won't happen. It'll protect me.
You're probably putting energy towards it. You might contribute to making it happen.
Your brain believes you. And I have also learned that our brain believes things that aren't even true. So we can tell our brains that something fabulous is going to happen. Our brain believes us. And then the fabulous thing, we can make it happen because we think it and we believe it. And then, so we can use our powers for good is what I'm telling you.
Yes.
So I want to save you from yourself.
Please do.
This is not a fun pattern. And I think that we need to study ourselves throughout our day. And I was just listening to a doctor talk about feelings and really understanding what is underneath the anger. There was a video about anger, and anger is all about injustice. So what are you feeling injustice about? So overthinking is about anxiety. So what are you feeling anxious about? What is get down and dirty and study yourself. What is really bothering you? Because I think that if we become more aware of ourselves and we spend time studying and being curious about ourselves, we can then do something about it. But first, we have to be aware that we're even doing it, or we're just going to fall into the overthinking pattern all day. And I don't want that for any of us. So first, we're going to become aware. We're going to be like, okay, here I go. My brain is spiraling. I'm overthinking about something. Okay. Now, do you want a better way? Because I want a better way. Do you want a better way?
I do.
Okay. So let's move to some of the ways to help you. First, I want to tell you, do you question what you're thinking? Because I have learned, and the only reason I do this is because I learned this, to ask myself if it's true, okay? So one of the perfect examples is that we all tend to take things very personally, okay? So Seth and I have talked about this today. A friend is acting weird. And
in your opinion.
In my opinion, let's say someone is not acting like themselves, or maybe someone has disappeared from my life. And I'm saying we because I talk to women about this, automatically assume that it's because we did something wrong.
Yeah.
But do you have proof? I want you to ask yourself, I want you to become aware of the overthinking. And I want you to ask yourself if you have proof that what you're thinking is true. Okay? I also want you to remember, one of the things that has been so helpful to me is to know that I lie to myself. I lie to myself all the time. So if I don't have proof and I know I might be lying, that helps me get to a better place just with that, okay? But I want to help you practice some strategies, okay? I want you to be more proactive. So let's say that you are struggling financially. Let's say that a lot of your stress is about money. Okay, I want you to ask, what am I going to do something about this right now? What can I do? And two of my suggestions that I came up with while I was typing this, just like, what can I do right now? You can look for a new job, and that makes you feel productive, like you're doing something to help yourself financially. So then you feel better because you're doing something. Or you can go talk to your boss and say, boss, I'm struggling. I'm really stressed about money. What can I do to get a raise?
That's an awesome question. I love that question. Not I need, but what can I do to make myself more valuable to the company so the company can afford to pay me more? That's what you should be asking.
Okay,
I love it.
I work for Seth. I'm struggling financially. I'm stressed out. He's a wonderful boss. I sit down with him. I love my job. Seth, I love my job. I want to stay here. I'm really stressed out about money. So I need to figure out with you how I can make more money staying here. What can I do? How can we do this together?
I would come up with a plan for you, and we would work on it together so that you could make more money.
Okay, he's a wonderful boss. I'm just giving you this as an example. So I'm just saying, I don't want you to ruminate. I don't want you to sit and ruminate. I want you to think, what can I do? What can I do right in this moment that will make me feel like I'm going in a direction that is going to make me feel better? So I'm telling you, a friend is acting weird. You're telling me that your friend is acting weird and you're taking it personally. What are you going to do about that? How about instead of sitting and thinking about it, you reach out to her and you say, I just want to check in. How are you doing? How is everything going? I haven't heard from you. Do something. So you're not going to sit there and think about it. You're going to get up and do something. If you're not going to do something, if you're like, I'm like exhausted from my long day, and don't tell me to go do anything because I don't have the energy to go do anything. Okay, then you're going to put it to bed and you're going to say, okay, we need to start making some deals with ourselves. And I'm going to tell you some examples of some deals that will stop the overthinking. I have tried these and they work. I'm not saying they're going to work for you. I'm saying you have to find what works for you. I'm just saying I know that some of these methods work. So I don't feel like working on this right now. I'm going to put it to bed. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., I'm putting alert in my phone and I am taking a step to work on this. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do it tomorrow or Tuesday or whenever you have time. But you're going to make a deal to put it to bed because you're not doing anything about it right now, but you'll do something about it another time. Okay?
I really like that, giving my brain permission to stop.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about a bunch of deals you're going to make with yourself.
I'm loving it.
One of the things that I will do, I will spiral. I want you to find me someone who doesn't spiral because I think it's very normal. So let's normalize it. This is not abnormal to overthink, people. I'm overthinking and I'm looking at the clock. What time is it? What time is it right now? It's at 9:12. At 9:17, so I'm giving myself 5 solid minutes. I'm making a deal with myself that for 5 minutes I can overthink as much as I want. And at 9:17, when the clock turns 9:17, I'm done.
That's awesome. I love those. A timer and a deadline.
I'm done. I did my 5 minutes of overthinking. It's time to move to the next thing. Okay, so we've done the time limit. Another example. Okay, it's 9:13. I'm going to give myself 3 more minutes. I've done this for 10 minutes already. I'm going to give myself 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to think of one proactive thing that I can do, and I'm either going to do it right now, or I'm going to do it at a designated time. And whenever you make a deal to stop overthinking, I want you to make your brain feel better by saying, maybe I'll overthink tomorrow again at 10 a.m. for 5 minutes.
That's a great idea.
Right?
I love that. Hey, I'll give you permission, but I'm going to schedule it.
I'm not going to overthink. It's 9:13, and I want to have a peaceful night's sleep. I'm going to be done overthinking tomorrow at 9 p.m. No, I don't want you to do it close to bedtime. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., I'm going to give myself 5 minutes to spend overthinking.
I can totally schedule that. That's awesome.
I don't want you to overthink, Seth, but...
I'm overthinking. I'm scheduling the overthinking. I love it.
But we can use the overthinking to get us to a better place.
Yes.
So I'm overthinking my financial situation. But tomorrow at 4 p.m., okay, so it's time to put it to bed. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., I'm going to revisit the overthinking about the finances. And I'm going to come up, and I've already talked to myself about coming up with one thing I'm going to do about it. But if you're not going to do anything about it, then I want you to say to yourself, I'm not going to do anything about it. And I know I'm not going to do anything about it. So I'm going to turn it off. But when are you going to do something about it? So.
Love it.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple more deals that I have made.
You're on a roll.
I'm trying to turn off their overthinking. Okay. I'm going to buy myself a special journal. The journal is for the brain dump. Okay. I love a good brain dump. Mm-hmm. I'm going to overthink the journal to death. I'm going to do pages of overthinking. I'm going to vent it all out into the pages. Okay. And then, as we discussed before, it is now 9:15 and I have vented it all out to my journal. I need to have a good night's sleep. So get your brain trained. You vented it out into the journal, put the journal away. You can vent again tomorrow into your journal.
That's a great anchor. I like that idea.
Right?
The journal is the place for the overthinking.
The journal is the place.
I'm going to get a separate overthinking journal.
And we've talked about this. And a spouse can be that person. A friend, a coworker. Find someone to vent it out to. So you're spilling it out to a person versus your journal. But here is the thing. Here is what research is teaching me. Venting is not helping. So I want you to vent it out. So I have a problem, and I know Seth is arriving home at 6 p.m. I'm going to give him 20 minutes to settle into the house, and I'm going to say, honey, when can I vent out my problem to you? And he's probably going to say, can I eat my dinner first?
I might say that.
Okay.
At least you waited. You didn't hit me when I got in the door.
Do not hit anybody when they walk in the door. Let them, my new thing is, welcome home.
Which works way better than, I got to talk to you right now.
I mean,
I'm like, can I take my bag down, put my briefcase down yet?
I'm going to tell you that if you have little kids, it is much harder when your husband walks through the door to not have something to throw at him than when your kids are 19, 17, and 13.
Yeah.
Much easier now to not have him walk through the door and go, take the children, I'm leaving. No, I'm kidding. So
Might have happened once or twice.
it might have happened once or twice.
Anything else? Going to Starbucks right now.
So we're going back to my strategy.
Yes.
We've talked about the journaling. We've talked about the deals. You can also vent to your person. But I want you to let your person be helpful. I know that you think you just want to vent, but I am telling you that the research is showing it's not helping you. So I'm going to vent it all out to Seth or to my friend or
You
to
get 5 minutes to vent.
and I'm going to vent it out. And Seth is going to say, can I give you a suggestion?
Are you just venting, or would you like advice on solving your problem?
And I don't want you to say I'm just venting. I want you to hear your people out, because guess what? They have different eyes and different perspectives, and they will think of solutions that you haven't thought of. I wish I could remember the example that happened to me recently, but I was talking to a mom and she gave me the best suggestion, and my response was, this is why I talk to moms. This is why. Because we are smart and we give good suggestions.
You do.
So hear your people out, because you may be financially stressed about your friend, stressed about your kid's problem. Your kid has a disability in school. The school's being difficult. You're all upset. Whatever the issue might be that I have heard from mothers, hear your people out. Maybe your friend is friends with the principal and is going to call the principal for you and say, listen, so-and-so is very stressed about their son. can I talk to you about this? Can you help them out, please?
Yeah.
You don't know who knows who. So those are some strategies.
Those are great strategies.
Do you think those will help you?
I know they will help me.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay, couple more things that helps with overthinking. So I have a fabulous mother, and she is very supportive and comforting and helpful and gives good advice. However, she also works way too much. And I also can't bother her or Seth every second of the day. Seth's at work, my mom's at work. Sometimes I got stuff.
Right.
I can parent myself, okay? So Seth, the next time you are stressed,
I did
you
this earlier today.
are so good with me and the kids. So good. If Ella called him all upset about something, he'd be like, honey, it's okay. I will help you. I am here for you. He would be wonderful to any of his kids, his wife. He can do that for himself. So I'm stressed out. I'm spiraling. Honey, it's okay. You can do this. I'm here for you. Be supportive and comforting to yourself, right?
Amen.
I can be my own mom. I'm a good mom.
You're a great mom.
I can be my own mom.
Yes.
I mean, I still need my mom, but you know what I mean.
I do.
Okay. Have some confidence in yourself. So here's what I'm going to tell Seth, because Seth overthinks. One of the things that is most impressive about Seth, and I noticed this very early on in our relationship, and it's been an excellent example for me. Whatever is thrown our way, and I'm going to knock, where's wood? Can I knock on my head?
Sure. Your
Okay,
head
the
count.
floor.
There you
I knocked on the wood floor. Seth handles it. He has shown me that when problems occur in our life, he's going to handle it. I'm not saying I don't handle it. I'm not saying I don't have any confidence in myself. I'm using him as an example. Seth has proven to himself and me that if something hard happens at home, at work, that he is smart and capable and confident, and he will solve the problem. Seth is a master problem solver. So whatever problem happens at work, he doesn't have to solve it by himself. He has a team of people to help him. I have the utmost confidence in Seth and his team. And guess what? I'm part of the team.
You are.
I will help them too. He brings stuff home to me.
You give us great ideas.
I will give him suggestions. My point is that I want you to look for proof every day that hard things are happening and you're doing things about it. Look for it, because if you look for it, you're going to find it. Look for what you have fixed, handled. Sometimes I just said to Seth, and I was like, oh my God, that's positive self-talk. I said, I amaze myself. I got whatever done. And I was like, sometimes I'm like, you get so much done. I can't believe how much stuff you get done. And I don't want our worth to be tied to what we get done. I'm just saying, start noticing how capable and strong you are. And then you will have more confidence. And then when you're overthinking about the stuff, you're going to be like, whatever comes up, I will be okay. I will handle it. I have people who will help me handle it. And your attitude about it will change.
Amen.
Does that help?
It does.
Not only do I want us to help ourselves stop overthinking, but I want us to help our kids. And what I realized that I needed as a teenager was the confidence to realize that I could handle what was thrown at me. And I didn't have that confidence. So I didn't have it, so I want to give it to my kids. And I want my kids to realize that when hard things are thrown their way, at school, at home, out with a friend, they can handle it. So those are some of my tools to help us get rid of the overthinking.
I love it.
You liked it.
Very much.
Seth liked this topic.
It's very helpful.
I love when I pick a topic that he likes. This is from hearing the thoughts going on around me. And I'm sorry that I'm observing all the time. I can't turn it off. I'm not trying to be creepy. I just notice.
Yes.
I just notice human behavior. It's like when you're trained to do something and you see it all around you, you're like, oh, I notice such and such is going on.
Yep.
Yes.
We had that discussion recently about several large, controversial things from businesses that were controversies in the marketing world that I knew about and noticed about and that you did not because it wasn't something you were trying to observe.
It's so funny, the stuff that my kids bring up. I think one of the secrets to marriage is to keep amazing each other. Because my kids will bring something up that I know nothing about. And Seth will be like, oh yeah, I read about that and blah, blah, blah. And he'll spew out all this stuff about it. And I'm like, wow, he's still amazing me.
Well, they happen to both be marketing issues about big businesses that you would know about, that you would know exist, like Target or, Miller, the beer, or Sydney Sweeney's jeans or whatever. Like, so it happened to be in my wheelhouse. But I was clueless about what that person was feeling the other day that you were like, how did you not know she was feeling that? I'm like, I don't know. Not my training.
Definitely, he notices marketing things,
Yes.
and I notice feelings.
Yes.
I notice when someone's acting off, and I don't take it personally anymore. I want to tell you this because I want you to take this with you. This doesn't excite me. I'm not trying to be excited about this. I'm just excited that I remembered to tell you. People will disappear in my life. They'll just disappear. And I'm like, where did so-and-so go?
I haven't heard from them in a while.
I'm like, where did so-and-so go? And I'm like, halt, stop, don't take it personally. And then I find out what's going on. People have stuff going on. Unfortunately, everyone has stuff going on. No one's life is perfect. I promise you, if you think someone's life is perfect, it is not perfect. I can promise that. I wish that for all of you, but I also know it's not true. So the pattern that I see is when a friend disappears, there's something going on. So as sad as that is, it has taught me, because it has happened, unfortunately, repetitively, it has taught me not to take people's behavior personally. And if it's about me, and if I did something wrong, tell me, because if I love you and I care about you, trust me, I'm going to work on it. You know that.
Yes.
Yes. So if Seth says, you do such and such and it bothers me, I'm going to work on it. So there's the topic of the week.
Awesome topic.
That was to all of us who overthink. And I will definitely tell you, I've made progress. Have you made progress in this area?
I have made progress.
I think Seth and I have worked on this.
I will keep working on it.
And
I'm going to do what you said.
And I will keep working on it. And I also think that Seth bottles more than I do.
I do. You are much better at expressing it.
So maybe he will talk to me a little bit more about what's good. He doesn't want to stress me out.
That's the issue.
That's the issue, is he doesn't want to stress me out. And the other thing, Seth, is to find who you can vent to, who you're comfortable venting to, who isn't your wife.
Yep.
Who you don't worry about stressing out.
Yep.
And that's the other thing.
Good suggestion. You are full of them. On fire.
So I want to tell you a couple things. I want to tell you that Friday, so every Friday is a new podcast with a new guest. And this Friday is Dr. Funky Afolabi Brown. Hopefully I did that well. And I loved talking to her. We talked about what every parent should know about sleep, and I learned about sleep. In fact, she had said, and I'm going to go do this. I thought no food before bed. And she had said a little bit of like protein, like walnuts or something before bed to like stabilize my blood sugar.
Interesting, because I had thought you were supposed to stop eating at like 8 o'clock or something.
She said that it could be better for your blood sugar to have a little something.
Who knew?
So I may go have a little something and see if it helps me.
Let me know.
So I'll report back, but listen to her podcast because she has a lot to say about sleep. And I love talking to experts on their subjects. So I loved learning about sleep. And I had a July challenge. And Kristen Best was the only one who commented on every question.
Congratulations, Kristen.
So Kristen won. So I will
follow directions. You could win.
So I dropped off. It's really like comment a lot and you win.
Yes.
That tends to be what it is. And she won. So I will drop off a prize to her. And what else do we want to tell them, honey?
Go to whinypaluza.com, sign up for Rebecca's free email newsletter, and keep this wonderful lady at the top of the Parenting Podcast chart. She was there all of June. She's doing great so far in July. So keep listening, keep sharing so that she can reach more people and help create more amazing content like today.
I have great episodes coming up. I have great ideas of who I want to interview. So we shall see. This year will bring a lot of good stuff, and I'm having fun, and I hope you're enjoying your summer. It's going too fast, and my children are keeping me too busy. I would like some boredom in my summer. Can I? There's always so much to do, and we were talking about that, and moms think they always have to do something because there's always something to do. So my mom tip to myself that I'm passing on to you is that even though there's always things to do, we can put the list down and do nothing. And that's okay.
Sounds like a great idea.
So maybe I'll go do that.
You could schedule that.
Maybe I'll go do that. Okay. Have a wonderful week, and we will be back next week with a new topic.
Happy Whinypaluza Wednesday.
Thank you for tuning in to the Whinypaluza podcast. If you like what you heard, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. While you are there, leave a review. I love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.